Focus. All right. Once you are on HMH, I need you to click Online Assessment, Inventors at Work, Weekly Assessment, Week 1. And then your screen will look like my screen. Okay? That's what you are clicking on. Once you are there, I would like to see a thumbs up. Your screen needs to look like my screen. Can I have my chair up there? Yeah.
What? Rush. I was going to get that chair today. I can do the wheelchair.
All right. Is anyone not there?
I'm there. I'm there.
John, how's it going? Okay. Well, John, you can actually just follow along. You weren't here, so I shouldn't have had you log on. You can log on just to get logged on, but you don't have to take it yet.
Can I put a sign?
Yeah. Okay. But right now we're doing important stuff. So just listen along, okay? So you guys can press start because I want it to look like my screen, okay? So it should be on number 1, how whales wing it. That's what your screen should look like right now. So I don't know what your guys' assessments look like in 4th grade, but in 5th grade, what we do is for our actual reading assessments, we have them every other week. Not the same thing as the quizzes. Like yesterday, we had our comprehension and our vocab quiz, which for the most part, we did really good on. But the assessment, the 10-question or 9-question assessment is every other week. And what you do is you read an article. It's called a cold read. You've never read it before. And then you answer questions over it based off of the skills that we learned during the week. So I'm just going to go through, explain a little bit real quick, and then we do the last 3 together. 8, 9, and 10 we do together because those are the grammar questions. So that's one more round of practice before your grammar test this afternoon. So make sure you stay with me because you get 3 free points, okay, for grammar, and I'm sure you want that. So the first thing you're going to do is obviously what? What are you going to do first, friends? Abby? Yes, you have to read the passage. That is the first thing you should do. And then after you read the passage, you're going to answer the questions. The first question says, whose point of view is the article, from whose point of view is the article written? We talked about this week when we had a narrator telling our story from this week. And then you can go on to the next one. It's going to say, like, did you know you didn't answer? Yes, you're going to just go back later. So go on to number 2. Number 2 is talking about the prefix E or EX that we learned earlier last week. It says, from the deck of a boat, it's exciting to see a humpback emerge from the ocean. You're going to use context clues and what you know about the prefix E to answer that question. Question 3 says, what is the author's main purpose? Remember, Abby, are you okay? Okay. Remember, we have already talked about why does an author write something? To persuade, to entertain, or to inform. This week we had persuasive writing from Government Must Fund Inventors. Then we also had some entertainment and informative. We learned about Thomas Edison and Ben Franklin, but we also learned it in a story way, which was exciting.
That's Harry.
Okay, Henry Ford. I don't know what I said. We're continuing. Number 4 says, why does the author include details in paragraph 3 about what's happening in the Boston shop? So you're going to reread paragraph 3 and think, why is this in here? It's not just in there for fun. The author put it in there for a reason. Number 5. Number 5 is your short answer question. And every single one of us, besides John, who wasn't here, has learned now how to do radar. You are going to have a radar answer here. I want you to restate your question. I want you to use text evidence. You need capital letters, punctuation. If you're using text evidence and, restating your question and conclusion and everything, you should have about a paragraph written, okay? So personal best there. Number 6, What is the article's main theme? Remember, the theme of Thomas Edison and Henry Ford, inventor's secret, was to never give up. So what is the author trying to teach you in this short article? And the last one about how whales wing it is read sentence from paragraph 13. It's asking you about a word. You're going to use context clues to figure out what the word means. Okay, so that is the reading part. Now I need everyone on number 8 because we're going to answer these together. I'm going to give you, we're going to work through 3 answers. You're going to have 30% of your quiz done already. It's going to say, did you know you didn't answer this? Say, yeah, go to the next one. You're going to be able to go back. You're going to have to say, yes, I know I didn't answer it. You're just going to go back later, okay? But I need you all on number 8. So every week or every other week when we have these assessments, we'll do the grammar together, okay? So it's important that you pay attention because it's 30% of your test. So the directions say, read the selection and choose the best answer to each question. Laura wrote a story about a walk in the winter. Read the first part of Laura's story and look for any changes she should make and answer the questions that follow. So what's our grammar skill this week? Someone remind me. Ethan? Anyone else? What have we been learning about this week? Yeah, part of complete sentences. We've been learning how sentences need subjects and predicates. So it is called a winter walk. After the snowstorm ended, I decided to go for a walk in the park. Wandered all night how much snow had fallen. I put on my heavy coat and my boots. Then I walked down the snowy sidewalk to the gate of the park. It was lucky that someone had shoveled the path. It was lucky that someone had shoveled the paths I could walk without having to wade through deep snow. By the way, this sounds funny when I'm reading it because there's mistakes. That's the point of it. The trees looked magical with their branches covered with snow. It was hushed and still throughout the park. I could hear only the calls of the bird. After passing the pond, I walked on to my favorite part of the park. So now together, we're going to decide what is the correct answer for number 8. It says, what is the correct way to write sentence 2? Sentence 2 is, wandered all night how much snow had fallen. Please read the answer choices, and when you think you know the answer, I want your hand in the air. When you think you know the answer, please put your hand in the air. Put your hand in the air when you think you know. Rush, put the pencil down. You don't need a pencil. We're taking something on a computer. All right, it looks like the majority of us have our hand up. Would anyone like to tell me what they think it is, Malik? B, you are correct. It is, I wondered all night how much snow had fallen. So I'm telling you right now, 8 is B. Click B and leave it because that is the correct answer, all right? And then you may go on to number 9. Number 9 says, what is the correct way to write sentence 5? Well, sentence 5 says, it was lucky that someone had shoveled the paths I could walk without having to wade through deep snow. Wow, what a run-on sentence. Please read the answer choices and see, not an S-E-E, like see which one is correct. When you think you know the right answer, please put your hand in the air. When you think you know the right answer, please put your hand in the air. Gabby, you want to tell us what you think it is? It is C. The correct way to write number 5 is, it was lucky that someone had shoveled the paths I could walk without having to wade through deep snow. For 9, please pick C. I'm telling you, put C. And then lastly, number 10. What is the correct way to write sentence 6? Sentence 6 says, the trees looked magical with their branches covered with snow. Please read the options. And when you think you know, please raise your hand in the air. My hands up and playing my song. The butterflies fly away. Nodding my head like yeah. Moving my hips like yeah. So I put my hands up and playing my song. The butterflies fly away. Abby? I'm going to disagree. I do not think it is C. Would someone else like to try? Rush? I'm going to disagree with A. Isaiah?
No changes.
No changes are needed. Sentence 6 is totally fine. So you need to pick D, okay? So now there are 10 questions on this quiz, and you have 3 of them answered. Now you're going to go back all the way to the beginning to number 1. You're going to read the passage, and you're going to answer the 7 questions left. When you are done, you're going to submit it, and then any extra time you can read for AR here in class. If you're home, Claire and Eric, you may continue on with the directions I sent you today. If you have any questions, friends, make sure you ask me. Any questions before I set you free to get started? Gabby? Yes. All right, Claire and Eric, you guys are free to leave. I will post this recording in case you forgot something. Everyone is free to get started, okay?
Bye, Mrs. Connecticut.
Bye, Eric. I'll see you later.
Bye.
Bye, Claire.
Bye.
I'm going to double check and see what I need you to do, okay? So give me 1 second.